Hello friends, and welcome to my playthrough of Cipher Zero. This is a bit of a departure. Normally on the channel we are solving standalone logic puzzles together, and I have been recommended this as a collection in the style of our normal logic puzzles. So if you've found us here just because you're looking for this particular video game and you're interested in more of how I would tackle other kinds of logic puzzles, please feel free to check out those other videos. But today we're going to go into this blind. So what I do know about this game from what's been told to me is that it is reminiscent of nanograms, and it is an induction game like The Witness, where you aren't told all of the rules up front and have to induce them, not really deduce them, along the way. So I really enjoy that kind of gameplay, and hopefully that will work out. I don't know how the game is broken up in terms of areas or sets of puzzles or anything like that, so we'll figure that out together and figure out what logical breaks between these episodes will be. I try to keep my content fairly short, bite-sized, but I don't know if that's going to be achievable with this. But that's already too much said. Let's jump in and see what this has to offer. So I am going to click play and pray. All right. So I don't know if this game has a story or anything. It looks like we got a 2D style, and we have arrived somewhere by boat. I don't know if there's stuff I need to be paying attention to here, or if this is set dressing. I am going to assume at the moment that this is set dressing, but we'll find out. Okay, so we've got a single square, and we can toggle the tile and submit a solution. So based on my meta information that this is nonogram adjacent, I am assuming that that's a 1, and it is saying that there's a run of 1 contiguous shaded tile in this column. So we submit the solution, and it tells us we are good. And 2 tiles. Okay, so both of them have a 1 on top. Seems straightforward. All right, moving on. This is, I assume, showing me 1 in this row and 1 in this column, so it would be this and not that. Can I guess maybe that has been, I did a right click. I guess that's what I would use to mark as not shaded. That's what I would do normally. Seems to work fine. And this should be just that one. And, oh, okay, so I was wrong. That wasn't a numeral 1. That was a single tick mark, I guess. So this is 2 of them. So it'll be both of them, I assume. Good. And this is 2. Oh, okay. So I had assumed from hearing that this was like nanograms that we would have 2 separate numbers in this case, because clearly these 2 are marked, but these are, well, so I don't know if this is saying that they have to be separate groups, or if it doesn't matter, just that there's a total of 2. But regardless, I think this is the only solution that works. And here we need 1 here. We can't have 1 here, and so we're going to need both of those. All right, here we need... Oh, okay, so this answers my question. So we don't have enough room for there to be a gap here. So 2... This is just saying 2 total in that row. So not here. Must have 1 here. And 2 here. We've got the one we need there. And we have a deadly pattern, I think. Unless I'm misunderstanding some rules. Or missing a rule. It looks like there are 2 solutions to this. Because I could go with... I'm just going to try one. Can I try the other one? It likes that too, so solutions are not unique. Actually, I haven't seen what happens if I make a mistake. Is that alright? Yeah, okay. Not happy. So, either of those works. So, interesting. So, not unique solutions. So I can't fall back on uniqueness for any of these. This is not shaded. This must be. This must not be. Great. Here we've got 3. We have the one here, and this is another ambiguous pattern. So either of these diagonals, got like an X-wing kind of thing going on. Those are all fine. And moving on. So these 3 means none of those are shaded. This has to be shaded, and this is done. So that is complete. And here we've got all 3 of these. All 3 of these. This one is complete. And once again, ambiguity. Just 3 in this column. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how we do this. As long as 2 are in this column and 1 is in this column. And that is a full set of puzzles, I guess. So, that has been only about 5 minutes of puzzling. So I'm going to do one more set for sure. And we'll see how that goes. Let's see. What happens if I jump in here? Different symbols. Okay. So, what could this possibly mean? Theories. It could mean shade filled in and don't shade not filled in. Like a yin-yang kind of thing. It could be separate these groups. It could be... Well, those are the 2 obvious things. Let's just try one of those. So, I don't know if it was yin-yang, how it would deal with the one in the middle. So I'm going to try separating them. That seems the most obvious. Separate this kind from that kind. That is not it. Okay, what if it's just shade that one? Nope. Just shade this one. Doesn't like any of those. What is left? We could shade the... Guessing kind of at random at this point. Shade both of them. That it likes. Shade both of them, but not the one that doesn't like that. So they have to be connected, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's what it's teaching me. Okay, we've got to connect them. Okay, so we've got to connect them. Do we have to do so minimally? Can I... Will this work? Doesn't like that. If I take this out, it will work. Right, because it's a snake puzzle, perhaps? These are the 2 ends, so we're going to have to do that. And, we're combining with the tick. So, if we're doing a snake, that one is already taking care of that whole column. So the snake has to go over here, making a backwards L. And 2 in this column. That's one of them. This can't be 1 because that wouldn't be, and we'd have a dead end. And I think as soon as we have these in the puzzle, it seems like the whole puzzle has to be the snake. So we're going to have to do that. Connect these 2 and have exactly 2 in this row. So these 2 can't be adjacent, because if they were, they can't turn back up without... I'm assuming the snake can't touch itself orthogonally. Seems like a fair assumption. So we're going to have to make a like U shape in order to come down and back up through this row. Alright, from here to here, nothing more in that row, so this one is involved. We've got to hit 2 in this column, and we're done. Okay. Alright, here and here, okay. So, we need 3 in the top row. That is going to be the snake coming up, over, and down. And it could do that here, or it could do that here. Either way, it's these 2 involved. If it did that here, then we're done. Then the snake is complete, and we haven't resolved this clue. So, oh, and this actually answers another question, which was, can the snake touch itself diagonally? And I think it can. I think it has to, in order for this to work. Because this is the only way we're going to get this 3 and this 2 complete. So this diagonal is okay. Okay. The snake is going to go through this row exactly once. Can't be here. So it's going to go over here. Could go down here, but then we'd be done and wouldn't have touched this clue. So it's going to go over there. And it needs to have 3 spaces to get through this gap. So it's not going to go through here. It's going to go all the way over here. We need 1 more in this row, which is it coming back through. We need both of these shaded because of that. So the snake comes over like that. And there we go. And maybe this is the last one of the set. And now it's teaching me about the flagging that I've already been doing. Like so. Okay. Okay, so these are both in. We need 3 at the bottom, which is going to be down, over, over, up somewhere. It's going to be a U pattern. So it's going to include that, regardless of how we do that. These 3 are going to include the 2 sides of that U, and then one of them is going to extend out further. Okay, let's think about some possibilities. If the U were in the middle, that one I'm doing first because that ends at this end of things. So if this were the U, we'd have to go over here and up, and then we'd be done, but we wouldn't have gotten the 3 cells we need for this one. So it's not in the middle. Can it be on the left side? If so, this continues up, and we've finished the first part of the snake. This has got to go over, because that's the only way we're going to satisfy this clue. And then this one's unhappy. So the U is over on the right side. Does that. This has to turn left. We've taken care of the 3 we need in this row. So this turns up. We've now completed this row. So this comes up here, and we should be good. Alright, I like that. Alright, that's another set. I have no idea how many sets there are. And how long of a game it is, but it looks like, at least at current glance, that it is just going to be a bunch of these sets that are teaching us gradually new gimmicks and new rules to learn. So that is going to be it for this first recording, and we will jump back in with this next set of puzzles in the next one. I will see you there.